when you look around, okay, first of all, this is like a pretty serious new series. It's about the environment and the future of our planet. So stakes are high, and really, I'm aiming to just kind of get a message out there, and I'd love to hear more of your guys' opinions and what you think of what I'm saying here. I know most people are just here for fitness and stuff, but this is like the other half. So I'm just gonna start talking. I actually wrote out exactly what I'm gonna say here, or like pretty close. So if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm reading the script. This is something I kind of wanted to physically type out because of its sensitivity to an extent. I don't want to like say things in a way that's not very clear. There still will likely be stuff like that, because some of it's just really hard to talk about and like completely counterintuitive. So you'll know when I say it. So I hope you like it, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. So here we go. My goal here for this video is basically just to kind of get your feet wet, and there will be a lot more to come. Hopefully it'll be like kind of like a story, an ongoing type story thing, so it all makes sense in the end. So when you look around you, you see a world very confident in its direction, regardless of the evidence being compiled that might rock that particular boat. Still, you don't see a whole lot of great changes happening, and mostly you see a stubborn lack of alarm. I remember specifically sitting in a class this year, a history class, and we had one day, like towards the end of the semester, we talked about environmental history, and we were talking about this like around the 70s, and some of the stuff that was coming out then was getting people like freaked out, and that you see Woodstock happens around that time too, and they don't really get as much as they wanted to done, basically nothing actually, but that's another topic entirely. It's certainly an interesting one. I'm going off the script here, but I remember looking around while he was reading these figures, these numbers, saying like talking about a tipping point and how close we were, and people just were kind of like writing their notes and looking very complacent, and that like freaked me out. So that's basically why I wrote that. So to some, this lack of alarm is astonishing, and to some, these facts that you hear are utterly meaningless because they feel no sense of alarm at all. That, like I said, I'm confident there's a deep set of psychological issues and or reasons for this, built over thousands of years to the point that it feels like it is a part of what it means to be human. The notion that our species is top dog, therefore responsible for the demise or saving of the world, is fairly common. You see this a lot. Like, nobody's gonna think differently. Everyone thinks that it's basically in our hands, and that it's our duty to either go out with a bang, or, I don't know, put in programs that make a change. I'll talk about my utter disbelief in programs later. To say that we were meant for anything else than to be top dog, like, feels wrong, quote unquote. What if I told you that we were? What if I told you that we might have a different role to play in the story of our Earth, not as conquerors or rulers, but as pathfinders and torchbearers for the future of our life on the planet? That kind of sounds pretty epic when you say it like that. It's probably not nearly as cool, but I like to think that it's our duty as a species to just work as part of a bigger system. I don't think we're above anything else. I don't think that we necessarily deserve to be treated differently. Yeah, we're more intelligent. I like that. There's no doubt about that. But to me, there is no reason why everything else on the planet shouldn't be as intelligent as us in a couple million years of evolution. And we see no evidence to the contrary of that fact. So the biggest issue at the moment is simply that our species is playing a role in the story of the universe that pits us above the Earth and as enemies of all life on Earth. We kill entire species to feed ourselves or to feed our food. You really don't see that anywhere else. You don't see a lion saying, hey, I'm going to kill every single antelope just because they're my food and I want to save it. I want to freeze it, put it in the freezer, and have it all year. You don't see that. They go out and get food when they're hungry. For example, we have pesticides that kill all the bugs in fields, and those are ecosystems that we're destroying. Like, as much as it kind of is annoying, a lot of times it's like maybe we shouldn't be growing there because there's a lot of bugs. Anyway, I digress. So um, yeah, we wipe out ecosystems for the sake of expansion. We pollute the air. We all know that pollution is huge. That all life breathes, all the air that everyone breathes, including ourselves, and it could be doing untold damage on us too, and it does in some places. Now, if that doesn't sound like an antagonist in the story of life, I don't know what does. I think that if you look at it that way, there's definitely like some friction there and a conflict that can't really be denied. It certainly doesn't sound like a hero, is all I'm saying. Fortunately, no hero is required for this story. No savior, no God, no otherworldly power. Everything through reasons people pray, preach, atone, search, and pry the sky for answers. Maybe an unrecognized emptiness caused by the unconscious thought that our species is acting in a way that is unsustainable and certainly not natural. That's generally something I believe in. I don't think that we need a savior. I don't think we should be looking to anything but ourselves for the answers. Because, I mean, if you look at just your individual life, you can do anything. Like, yeah, the system might make it hard, but for the most part, it's up to you, like how your fate turns out, and you don't need anything else. I'm not gonna go on like a huge rant there. I don't mean to bag on anyone's beliefs because I do think that they do wonders to people across the world, and I'm always going to respect the power and influence that religion has. But this is just kind of food for thought, I guess. So, as I wrap up this video, I'd like to leave you with both a question and a definition. So the definition first. Mother culture is a term coined by the author Daniel Quinn, who I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from. If you haven't read his books, please look into Ishmael. It is one of the best books I've ever read and changed my life for the better, I believe. So he uses mother culture to describe the forces that act on us every day through radio, advertisements, word of mouth, and even our own psyche. These forces are the gentle cooing that help us be complacent in a world gone topsy-turvy, that keep us working long hours just to pay for the food that we ourselves locked away, and that blind us to the upcoming calamity if no change is made. So the question I have for you guys is, can you recognize the ways in your life where messages are being sent to you regarding the antagonistic role we are currently playing in the world? If so, isn't it altogether possible to switch these messages around and to make them the catalyst of monumental change? To me, that's as simple as the goal can get. You can make these programs and you can make these laws that try and like help with environmental change, but really, like, if we all change just our general role and start thinking about our place in the ecosystem a little differently, I think that's a lot simpler change to make with a lot longer lasting effect. You see, think about the Industrial Revolution, for example. It didn't take a program to spread, it just spread because it was so different and so powerful, and one person invented something else, another person invented something better, and it was replaced. So it's as simple as that. If we change enough minds, the group mindset will change, and that is really kind of the goal of this series, is to reach out to people who feel this feeling of emptiness and just kind of a deep set feeling that something is off. And I want to maybe give an answer to that question that doesn't require anything but a really introspection and a couple lifestyle changes. I think we can make a really big difference. So that is all I have for you guys today, and thank you for watching, and hit that thumbs up button if you liked it, and share it. It would be cool if you really did like it. Keep on keeping on, my friends. I'll see you in the next installment.